spirit team is here. I've been checking in with them. And first, we are going to talk about the energies. And second, we are going to be talking about the very interesting physical events that have been happening in this country and globally. Let's begin first with Saturday. Saturday was a huge day, a big wave day. That's when Galactic Federation of Light came in and channeled with me. They were talking with tarot readers and astrologers and other channelers and psychics. And basically, Saturday was boop, 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 tipping point day for humanity. It was the day that Spirit World came through and said, you did it. You made it through. You made a very big collective choice and you are on a whole new playing field. Way to go. They said that, right? Then we went through this beautiful wave of energy. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. And then Sunday came along, and I can't remember if this happened for me Saturday night or Sunday night, but one of those evenings, I got woken up right around midnight, and Spirit Team got me out of bed. They're like, scooch, scooch, honey, get out of bed. We need you to walk through a gateway. And I was like, walk through a gateway? I've been walking through a lot of those. Is this necessary? Because I really like my sleep. And they're like, get out of bed. So I got out of bed, and then they're like, grab that bear claw that you socked away in the refrigerator. You're going to need that. So I got that out. I was heating that up. And then I also got my cup of tea because they wanted me to get a cup of tea. And they're all like, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Woo, you did it. Woo, you did it. So I'm walking around in my living room, munching on my bear claws, sipping my cup of tea, midnight, Saturday night, Sunday night. I don't remember. And they're having me walk through a gateway. And they're like, celebrate, celebrate. We need you in celebration energy, walking through that gateway. So I did. And they're like, great, you did it. You can go back to bed now. Like, that's how this stuff works. So I'm like, okay, I enjoyed the bear claw and I'm really tired. So I went back to sleep that night. Then Monday rolls around and a huge, wonderful wave of elation and wonderful stuff going on. It gave way. Monday, I was walking around and I could just feel beneath my feet and feel through my whole body. I could feel all the old systems crumbling, like all the shadow world coming down and all the old systems and all the icky stuff. It was just falling apart and falling apart and falling apart. And I kept hearing the word immolation, immolation. And I was that, is that immolation thing? And this is where words get confusing for me as a channel, because Spirit Team makes up words and gives them to me. And then I get confused and they're like, no, this is immolation, where things are destructing and burning down. They are coming down and coming apart. And so from what I could tell is like Monday was all about the energetics of what's to come. Is it going to happen overnight? It might feel like it happens overnight, but it's going to happen over a period of time. And it was basically the universe's way of saying, hey, you guys made it through. You've chosen this new timeline as a collective. That's fantastic. And now we've got to turn around and we're going to start pulling stuff apart. So that was going on. And then there was one more piece of this. At the end of the day, I was walking my dog Peanut, and all of a sudden I felt that energy of the Harry Potter sorting hat. And all I would say is, if you know what the Harry Potter sorting hat is energetically, you know. It's kind of one of those things of like, if you know, you know. So I'm just going to say that. And if you don't know, don't worry about it. But if you know, you know. The Harry Potter sorting hat, that happened on Monday, I would say Monday afternoon into the evening. And by the end of the day, I was like, whew, we've been going through a lot. That's a lot of hot and heavy stuff going on. But then in the background, you're seeing all over the internet ships and ETs and ships. And we had the hugest influx of ETs and ships in a 48, and it's continuing on in a 48-hour period we've ever seen. And a lot of people are going, oh my God, the ETs, the ships, what is all that? Well, I'm going to be doing my next roundtable on ETs and ships and how to handle that and what that's about, because I have a lot of experience with it and I want to share that with you, but that's going to be in the roundtable. That's another video. That pretty much brings us current to all of the energies going on. But if you remember, in my December forecast and also in this week's forecast, I said December 5th, December 5th, December 5th. Huge day, huge day. And what did I say about that? I said it's going to be a huge day, but we're probably not going to hear about it. And that is exactly what's going on. Last night, that energy came in and you can feel it even more. Ripeness of energy, super quiet, ripeness of energy, super quiet. And everybody's like, everybody's going, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Today is a huge day. I don't know why, but all of us doing that is so very important. Well, on my forecast, if you look at this week and look at my December forecast tomorrow, guess what starts tomorrow? Tomorrow starts a 5-day timeline jump. So we're kind of back in the soup again, people. We're going to be walking on water. We're going to be going through weird ascension things over the next 5-6 days. And guess which day it started on? It started on the day after December the 5th. So very, very big. That's all the energy stuff we've been living through. And then we've been seeing all this physical stuff popping off, right? Like South Korea and martial law and people going, we're not going to do that. They protest. They are flipping that leadership out. Something's going on over in Europe, in Georgia. There's protests going on over there. I heard something about Syrian leadership getting ousted and sent up into Russia. That may or may not be true. And then the France government, some conservative tried to jam through a budget item. And did the people of France like that? No. And so it may potentially could completely dismantle the French government. And all of us Americans, we're sitting around going, why not us? Why can't we flip this too? And then Cory Booker puts out the whole thing about sometimes strength is not loud. Sometimes strength is silence. Right? What I will tell you people is enjoy the quiet while you have it, because freaking buckle up, Buttercup. We got to ride the rest of the month in December. And later on in December, you're going to look back right now and go, God, I wish I really would enjoy the peace and quiet. Take it in, soak it in, because it is going to completely change overnight. And it's going to feel like it happens at the last minute, but it's really on time. And if you want to really find out what's going on with the election, you need to be following the TikTok pundits who are tracking what is going on legally in voting stuff across the country right now, because there's some really interesting thing that's going on happening behind the scenes that's not being really reported on. So you need to go track down those TikTokers. And then let me leave you with this. Yesterday, unfortunately, someone lost their life. And psychically, I saw it and I'm like, oh my God, that's a calling card. And I think you know who I'm going to say. There was a CEO that had a hit out on him and he was unalived in the streets of New York City. Now, yes, it is unfortunate that someone lost their life. I do not condone that. On the other hand, it is a huge psychic calling card sending a message to the multi-million-dollar CEOs of those power-hungry corporations across the country and even the globe that the people have had it. And if you go look at the comment section all across TikTok about this, everybody's talking about how their claims got denied, how they got paid in thousands of dollars, and they were not taken care of as a public. And at the same time, all of the shareholders walked by that crime scene and went into the shareholder meeting anyway for the money. That is of concern. We are living in a rotten, corrupt state that is about ready to begin to be dismantled step by step by step. Now, here's where Spirit Team is stepping in, and they want me to be very clear with you. This is all not a fear-based thing. If you are in fear and you're going low vibration, you are going to miss out on something amazing. Instead of going to fear, Spirit World is encouraging you to go to transformation. This whole thing, if you read up on Kali, the goddess of destruction and creation, you've got to have destruction so that you can have creation. Same with the phoenix. You got to have the burning down so the bird can rise again. And this is about a transformative process, because as the old burns down, we begin to decide the new of what we want to come through in this decentralized system that we will be creating fairly new in the future. So check yourself at the door with the fear stuff. Sure, if you need to trigger out on it, fine, but then get back on your feet with your presence practice. I've been giving you all those tools. Get back on your feet with your presence practice and tune in with what is going on with the transformation. We are in a transformative process with the ascension, and the gateways are open to higher energy if you want to participate. And the ETs are showing up to help us take those steps to get there. Okay, that's the report I have for you today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week into the weekend, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Mwah.